It's that time of the week where we get to have some fun and talk to some interesting people. We do it every Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. It's Our Town time, and it's brought to you by Decorah Bank and Trust. My name is Darren Swinson, and we have five interesting people to talk to this week. Peter Vogel is with us, or will be with us. He's with the Winneshiek County United Way. They have a breakfast, a thank you breakfast for people who donate and help out the community. And that's coming up Sunday morning at the Dana and Lansing building on the Winneshiek County Fairgrounds. We'll talk to Peter a little later on in the program. A 5K run, a We're on a Mission 5K run to help efforts at Calmar Lutheran Church will take place on Saturday. And Caylie and Chase Adam are the ones that are putting that together. They're doing it through their 4-H leadership program. And they will join us and tell us about the 5K run coming up this week. And a couple of fun events in both Decorah and Waukon going to be starting tonight. Tonight's the start of Lawn Chair Night in Decorah. We'll talk about that and other Chamber of Commerce events with Jessica Rilling from the Decorah Area Chamber of Commerce. But our first guest this morning is Jeremy Strub. He is with the Waukon Parks and Recreation Department. Music in the Park starts tonight. He'll tell us about that and more. As we start Our Town, it's brought to you by Decorah Bank and Trust, and you're listening to it on 94.9 and 99.1 The River. The fun part of any summer in the city of Waukon is Music in the Park, and it starts tonight. And here to talk about the Music in the Park series, Jeremy Strub, the Parks and Recreation Director in Waukon. And Jeremy, how long has Music in the Park been a thing in Waukon?
It started, our full season was 2019. We built the amphitheater in 2018 with a generous donation from a local family, and it's been going ever since.
And how much work does it take to organize these events and get ready for something that's been a part of the community here for 3 years?
There's a little bit of work ahead of time. We started looking in February for bands. The first couple of years it was maybe a little tougher. The last several years, we've kind of settled into a lot of our local favorites, and we got a couple new ones this year. But for the most part, we got a handful of our local favorites that we have back every year.
And it looks like, as you mentioned, you're showing off the local talent, which is kind of a neat thing about this whole experience. Would you agree?
Yeah, it is really kind of fun that way. A lot of the bands that we have do play a lot some other places, but I when I talk to them, they always enjoy coming back to the park. One of the main reasons is some of their family members can come and watch. A lot of times they're playing in festivals or different things that you have to pay to get in, where in the park it's free. Everybody can come, bring a lawn chair or sit on some of the seats that we have, and the band's family can come and watch, and have a good time in the park those evenings.
And if you could, I don't know if you have it right in front of you, but can you run down the schedule for this year of the folks that will be performing?
Yeah, we got every Thursday night in June and July, except for our fair week, is our second to last week. We start this Thursday with the Smoking Gun Showdown, and then LaBarge is our second week, and then we go to the Buck Hollow Band. And then one of our local bands, the Toe Tappers. And then June 29th is a new one, Classic Connections. They're ladies from around this area. And then starting in July 6th, we got the J.R. Brink Band. In July 13th, Mike Maccabee. And then, like I said, there's going to be no shows the week of the fair. And then we got another new one, local guys, American Standard, round out our season July 27th.
And a couple of businesses making things possible, helping you out as well. Might as well give them some love.
Yeah, we have really great sponsors, Waukon State Bank and People's State Bank. So they help us out with some of the upfront costs each year, and then donations that we receive the nights of the bands will help pay for these guys all season long.
And it's Waukon Music in the Park starting tonight at 7 o'clock. And Jeremy, anything else from a Parks and Recreation perspective you want to pass on, as long as you got the forum this morning?
This is a busy time of year for us. We have a pool that just opened this week, and we'll be going full tilt on that, and our little leagues and adult league softball and volleyball start next week. So really in the next 6-8 weeks, we are really busy department, just like all the other parks and rec.
All right, Jeremy, we appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to preview Music in the Park, which starts tonight. And Jeremy, thanks for the time. As always, enjoy summer and Waukon.
Sounds good. You too. Thank you.
Jeremy Strub, Parks and Recreation Director in Waukon. Music in the Park starting tonight at 7 o'clock. Another fun part of summer is lawn chair night in Decorah, and that starts tonight. And here to discuss that and some other chamber events as the summer gets going is Jessica Rilling from the Decorah Area Chamber of Commerce. And Jessica, a full summer of activities getting ready to go with lawn chair night tonight. How much work, how much time does it take to put all these events together?
A lot of time. And we're excited when they are finally here. So we work on lawn chair night for quite a few months beforehand before it really gets going. This is a great effort. Downtown Decorah Betterment has been leading lawn chair night for a long time. The chamber provides a lot of support, as does our Visit Decorah Tourism. And this year's a great lineup. We have 13 performances, 13 Thursdays. 10 of those are on Washington Street and 3 are up at the courthouse. So our first one tonight is to kick off the season is at the courthouse. This is a big performance. We have Uptown Jazz playing and they always draw a big crowd. So we're excited for that to be the kickoff to the season. This is a free public event. People just need to bring a lawn chair and looking at the temperature, maybe a water bottle.
Exactly. Maybe my memory is faulty, and as you get old, that tends to happen. Is the Washington Street location, is that a new thing this year as part of lawn chair night?
We started it last year as a way to kind of have a little bit more of an intimate setting for the, kind of our single or duo musicians, and it went really well. So, there's kind of this split. So the really big performances, a lot of people like to go to the Nordic dancers, like practice night, for example, where we're getting like over 300 people. Those are up at the courthouse, which can accommodate that big group. And then we have these other music duos playing on Washington Street. And it's been a great partnership. This is, again, like a new thing since last year, but we work really closely with Impact Coffee, and the block closes next to them. That's Washington Street. They have a food truck every Thursday night, and then following the lawn chair night live music is trivia. So just a really great collaboration and makes it fun to be out and about downtown.
And you got to be impressed with the variety of entertainment that you have. Really, if you look at the schedule throughout the summer, there's something for everyone.
There is. And we really worked hard to give kind of a diverse selection. So, I mentioned the Nordic dancers. They're always a favorite. But, country music, Vesterheim Museum partnered on June 15th to bring in a special Norwegian Scandinavian folk music group that's really great. I feel like I have to really give a shout out to Benji Nichols and Simon Krapp from Pulpit. He works there too. But they have a lot of personal connections with musicians in the region and have kind of lent some of their expertise to get us connected to just a really wonderful lineup. I would say lots of different kinds of music and that full schedule. All the events are on Visit Decorah, and people can look at the website or on Facebook. There's Facebook events for those to kind of see what they might like. Something for everyone. June 8th, we're kind of calling Family Night. That's a great partnership with the Decorah Public Library, and really bringing in like fun things for kids to do during that time. So I have to say one of my favorites on the lineup is actually August 10th. We are partnering with Mabe's Pizza. It's their 70th anniversary this year, and we talked with those guys about what they might enjoy and have fun with, and we're working together to put on a pizza box assembly competition. And so I think that'll be a highlight. I'm a big Mabes fan, so it's fun to bring them into this collaboration.
Yeah, who isn't? And you get the welcome back for Luther College students later on this year as well. So not only music, but other tie-ins as well. And that just is kind of a neat part of this event. You kind of get everybody involved, whether it's entertainment, whether it's your local businesses. You get to be entertained, stay downtown, maybe have dinner, have a cocktail or two, all sorts of ways to just bring the community together.
Yeah, it's really, that's the goal, is to create just a wonderful space, community space. And again, those are free and people just need to bring their chair. And Impact does a great job for the Washington Street ones. You know, they've got a food truck every Thursday. They also do their happy hour for cocktails from 5 to 7. And $2 PBR, I think. So, you know, just really they have that space that people are able to bring food into or buy food there and just enjoy some time outside together.
And a lot of local businesses helping you out with this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people are just really energized by the program and like to support it. So we worked to try to sponsor for like some of the fun components, but then also for sponsorships. Tonight, Aussie Haugen Senior Center is the sponsor. They're kicking off the series and actually bringing a bus of their residents to attend. So it's just nice to see such a dynamic event that brings together so many people.
And now that it is officially June, I know the kids get out of school tomorrow and summer is upon us, and that's a busy time of year in any community, Decorah especially. I know the Chamber, it's never not busy. When you look at some events you got coming up on the schedule, what are some of the highlights here in June?
Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff. Summer's in full swing, and the Chamber manages the visitor center, so we definitely see just this sharp uptick in-person traffic and calls also to coordinate trips. As far as Chamber specific events, I guess I'll mention two that people might be interested in. We do an ag meal that helps fund our ag scholarship. Okay. And that meal is June 15th. It'll be at the fairgrounds this year. We've done lunches in the past few years. This year, we're going to do it as an evening meal. So that's just you get great food, drive through, and get to support young people who are pursuing agricultural for their college degree. So that's really a win-win. June 15th. And then the last Monday of this month, June 26th, is the Chamber's golf outing. And that's just that's a great day. We say it's the best Monday you'll have all year. And the team registration is open for that. I guess I'll just emphasize that we definitely have golf teams that are really great golfers, and they are there to win, and we love that. But we really want people to feel comfortable coming if they are also just there to have fun and are amateur golfers. So it's a nice blend for that event. And we put in a ticket for good weather, so everything should line up.
Well, if you got that power, I'm sure other people will be making some requests here throughout the summer as well. And yeah, I suppose before we know it, Nordic Fest will be up upon us because summer usually goes fast.
Yeah, Nordic Fest there's already a lot of stuff happening here in our building for that. And the Nordic Fest board is working hard to put together a great fest. And that's the last full weekend of July. So I don't know if anybody listening has family coming that's going to need lodging. We always, that's kind of our early messaging is to take care of a place to stay because those fill up really fast.
All right, Jessica, anything we're missing? Anything else you want to pass on?
Well, the swimming pool's open. And yeah, I would say get outside. Sometimes we forget about all the great things that are just minutes away from town. Float the river, get on the bike trail, enjoy it. We can do that. You don't have to travel 3 hours away to experience that.
And summer goes fast, so enjoy it while you can. So, Jessica, we appreciate the catch up as always. Thanks for taking the time, and enjoy summer here in Decorah.
Thanks, Darren.
Jessica Rilling from the Decorah Area Chamber of Commerce. Coming up this Saturday is the We're on a Mission Pave the Way 5K, and that race will be taking place in Calmar. And with us is Caylie and Chase Adams, and they are organizing this event. And Caylie, tell us about this event. Where'd you come up with the idea to have this event, and where are the proceeds going towards?
Yeah, so we've been doing this. This is the third annual 5K. It kind of got started up from our older brother, Chance. He was really into running, and we were also just trying to look for ways to raise money for our church, being we were going on mission trips and needed to raise money. And also at the time, we were trying to raise money for our parking lot fund. So this year, half the money will go to our mission trip and half will go to property improvements.
And Chase, in the couple of years that you guys have been involved in this event, how rewarding is it to put on an event like this to make sure that these necessary and worthwhile projects are getting the funding they need?
Yeah, so the last couple of years when we did it, it was a very big success. Like we got our parking lot repaved last year, and then we also had leftover money to go to Puerto Rico on our mission trip. And all of our members in our church got way closer from that experience. So.
And Caylie, tell us how people can sign up for this event. When does it start? When does registration begins? And how can people sign up?
Yeah, so we have the registration forms. You can find all the information on our Calmar Lutheran Church webpage. And also if you contact me or Chase, and there's also, we have the registration forms in our church at all times. And registration starts at 8 a.m. for the 5K. The race starts at 8 or 8:30, and you can start coming at 7:45 if you want to beat the rush. We'll be here and we'll be ready for you. And the kids' fun run starts at 8:10. So.
All right, Chase, I understand you're trying to help out the little food pantry as well. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we made it where it's $30 for the 5K, and then you should bring canned food items for the pantry. And then for the fun run, it's $15 plus the canned food items for our pantry.
And I know you guys are doing this as part of your 4-H County Council Leadership Project. Tell us about your involvement in 4-H, and what does a project like this how does that all intertwine, if you will, Caylie?
Yeah, so we are both involved in county council. So for county council, our advisor wants us each to do a community service project, being where you can do something that's going to financially impact your community or just hosting an event like this one. So we've been very involved all throughout our lives in 4-H. So we just think 4-H has really helped us being able to have the opportunity and the skills to be able to organize and put on an event like this, because a lot goes into planning it, and we've been working very hard and we're getting the hang of it now. So.
And Chase, same question to you. How does this kind of help you grow as an individual?
Yeah, so this would help me grow as an individual because I've been in 4-H 8 years, and I've been doing leadership projects for 4 or 5 years. And it's just very rewarding, and 4-H changed me because I used to not be good at public speaking and stuff, and then I went out for 4-H and started trying new things. It got better, so I recommend everyone tries going out for 4-H too.
And I am giving you both an A+ on the public speaking end of things here today. Caylie, anything we're missing? Anything else you want to pass on about the We're on a Mission Pave the Way 5K coming up this weekend?
A big thing that we always are trying to just improve and to add new things to the 5K. So each year we just want to make it better and find ways that we can. So this year we added the kids fun run. We added having people bring stuff for the food pantry, and we also did business sponsors this year. So would you mind if we read off our list?
We have 32 of them.
Wow, 32. But it's great to have that much support.
Yeah.
You guys can pass those folks on because they're helping make this thing happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our platinum sponsors are Thrive in Action Team, Bruning Rock Products, U2 Barbecue and Catering, Culvers of Decorah, Jake's Roofing, Westside Dental, Family Table, Farm Bureau Financial Service, Nancy Franzen, the agent, Letterwork Sign City, Car Auto Group, Buttenberg Family Foods, Rouse Construction, Kuhn Trucking, April Quandall, Mary Kay, All States Egg Parts.
I'll read the rest. And then we got By the Books Bookkeeping, Collective Memories Boutique, Lilac Lanes, Sarah Hageman Photography, Sanitation Resources, Malcolm Enterprises, Drilling's All Season Sports, Becker Hardware.
And then for our bronze sponsors, we have Teslo's Formal Wear, Bambino's, Two Trees Pizza, Blooms on Main, Photography by Erica, Diane Ward with Pampered Chef, Pivo Brewery and Belta Studios, Cy and Charlie's Firestone, Fidelity Bank and Trust, and Friday Theaters in Decorah. So we just want to thank all them sponsors
shout 'em
for
out.
giving us a opportunity to get their name out there and help us with our event. So.
And great job by those folks being community involved. Chase, final chance for you to pass on anything else, anything we're missing, and maybe just give one final invitation to participate this Saturday.
All right, so we just wanted to like reach out for sponsors, and then we wanted to like shout them out because of their kind donations, and we just wanted to make sure they get recognized for their kindness.
We look forward to seeing you guys all on Saturday, and we hope you can make it out. And
All right.
thanks for the support.
Thank you.
All right, Chase and Caylie, Adam, they are the organizers of the We're on a Mission third annual Pave the Way 5K. Starts at 8 a.m. with registration, the Kids Fun Run at 8:10, and then the 5K run starting at 8:30. Get all the information on the Calmar Lutheran Church website. Coming up this weekend, the United Way will have a pancake breakfast on a Sunday morning. And here to talk about that event and the United Way of Winneshiek County in general is Peter Vogel. First time we've had him on the show. Thanks for taking the time, Peter.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure, even as a first timer.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll say that at the end of this interview, and we'll wait and see on that end of things. But tell us about the Winneshiek County United Way in general and what you do to make our community a better place.
All right, very good. Mostly what we do to make our community a better place is work with the members of our community. It's really the members that allow us to do what we do. And our mission or our vision is to have a vibrant community inspired and united to share its gifts to develop, nurture, and quality of life for everyone. And so we do that by providing needed services for local residents of all ages and economic status. We have 16 agencies that depend, at least in part or in large part, on funding from the United Way as an integral part of their budget. And so what we do is we work with members of the community, families, businesses, individuals, and we do the fundraising and outreach events, and we end up giving back to the agencies to let them do the fantastic work that they do.
Do you have a number that you can quantify of how much help you provide those agencies on a yearly basis?
Well, I can tell you that this year our campaign goal is $100,000. We are nearing that goal, and with some other events that we have planned, and the fact that community giving to the United Way is year round. It's not limited to just the campaign. So we are very hopeful that we will reach that $100,000. In just the relatively recent past, when we could find records, we know that United Way of Winneshiek County has given back over $2 million to the community. So we reached that $100,000 goal. You divide that by 16, and the math is beyond my reach this moment. But of course, different organizations and different agencies have different asks because they have other grant sources and other funding sources as well.
And before we get talking about the pancake breakfast coming up on Sunday, you mentioned you got a few more events planned here in the not too distant future. What do they include?
Well, one of them is our golf outing, and that's a good segue because it allows me to mention that of the money that we collect, in this case, $100,000, 100% of the funds raised during that our campaign season and during the year stay in Winneshiek County and go back to the agencies. So every dollar, every dime, every penny we collect goes back to the agencies. Now, the reason I mention that is, well, number one, that's very important. We are an all-volunteer organization. We have no hard assets. We just have a lot of hardworking people and board members. But it also means that we still do incur some expenses, marketing and licensing and insurance and things like that. The golf outing is what the money we make through that is what allows us to be able to put all the money that we earn through the campaign right back into the community. And hopefully, sometimes, very often, a little bit more to sweeten the pot as well.
I guess how important is it, Peter, that that money is going to stay here locally, because United Way is a campaign that works in a lot of communities, not only statewide but nationwide. But how important is it to knowing the fact that the money you raise is going to stay here in Winneshiek County?
I'm sorry you cut out a little bit. I think it was a problem on my end, but I think I understand your question about how important is the giving back 100% to the campaign. So we find that and truly believe, and given the feedback we get from people, that it's very important, very meaningful to them that we do give back 100%. We're a smaller community, and it's important that people understand, and we understand our neighbors, that it's our neighbors that we're helping here. And so that's been a main feature. It's one of the things that we try to promote pretty much constantly in our campaign signage and everything we do, that every penny we give or we get goes right back to the agencies. And if you look at some of the charity navigators that look at where the bang for the buck that you're getting from your charitable donations, those administrative costs coming out of the top, the higher those are, the lower rating those nonprofits get. So that allows us to be, right at the top of everyone that donates, getting the bang for their buck. It stays right in their community. It helps a lot of truly wonderful organizations doing great work for all our neighbors.
And coming up this weekend, one of the reasons we're having this conversation is you have your community breakfast. Great opportunity to take yourself, your family out. The cooking can be on you and contribute to a good cause. Tell us about the breakfast coming up this week.
Well, you're exactly right. That's the way we think about it. It is a great opportunity. The weather's turning beautiful on us here. People are wanting to get out. And so really this event is not billed or not budgeted for us as a fundraiser.
Okay.
Sometimes we make some money from it, but that's not the point. It's really our thank you to the community for everything they do. Like I say, United Way itself is not plunking in our own money from some other source. We're being good stewards of the community's money, and we want to thank our friends and neighbors for what they've done. So this is not a fundraiser, but what we do ask is it's a free will offering. So you come in there, you say hi, you go over and get some pancakes and sausage and have coffee from Impact, and we're just more than happy to see it. You drop $1 or however amount in there, we love that too. But it is not about raising the money. It's about the fellowship and the thank you and the gathering of the community.
And when we talked about Sunday, the breakfast will take place. Where will it take place, and what are the hours?
So it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 12 noon in the fairgrounds of the Dane and Lansing building. So we will have, and again, we are beholden to our sponsors. I mentioned Impact Coffee is providing the coffee, but we're getting pancake supplies and syrup and butter packets and things like that from Fairway, from Hy-Vee. We have sausage donated by Family Table. The Spectrum Kitchen people are always a help as we're trying to prepare things. The Decorah Lions Club is doing the pancakes. So this really is a community event, and it's something that we can do because of our neighbors in thanks to everyone that's chipped in over the year.
Anything we're missing, Peter? Anything else you want to pass on about the United Way in Winneshiek County?
I think we've hit the high talking points about the United Way, and I think I've talked enough about how this is the thank you event and that it's the community that does it. So maybe I just wrap up by saying, despite all the good work that comes out of our efforts and the efforts of the community, this is about coming down, having a good time, meeting your friends and neighbors, saying thank you to each other, hello, and having a good meal. So we hope to see as many of you as can possibly make it this Sunday, June 4th from 9 to noon at the Dana Lansing building at the fairgrounds.
Peter, appreciate the time. Hopefully you enjoyed the interview. We enjoyed talking to you, and best of luck with the United Way campaign here this year in Winneshiek County. Thanks for everyone involved with the United Way and the good you do our community.
Well, thank you, Darren. We appreciate the opportunity. We have a great crew and board and set of agencies, and we appreciate their opportunity to get the word out.
All right. Peter Vogel, he is with the Winneshiek County United Way. The breakfast coming up this weekend, 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday at the Dana Lansing building on the Winneshiek County Fairgrounds. A thank you to our guest on the program this morning, Jeremy Strub from the Waukon Parks and Recreation Department. Music in the Park starting tonight in Waukon. Lawn chair night starts in Decorah tonight. We thank Jessica Rilling from the Decorah Area Chamber of Commerce helping us out with that and telling us about some other chamber events. The 5K We're on a Mission run coming up Saturday morning. We thank Chase and Caylie Adam for joining us to tell us about that event. All of the information, if you're interested in participating, is available on the Calmar Lutheran Church website. And we want to thank Peter Vogel. He's with the Winneshiek County United Way pancake breakfast coming up Sunday morning at the Dana Lansing building on the Winneshiek County Fairgrounds. Don't forget, each and every week we put these shows on YouTube. We realize that you're a busy person, and as summer gets here, you're probably even going to be that much more busy. We want the opportunity to bring you these guests on your schedule. So we put these links up on all of our LA Communications Facebook pages. We also put the links up on YouTube. If you're just looking at cat videos, looking at funny stuff, looking at whatever you want to look at on YouTube, go to 6-1 Our Town program. That's a great way to get it. Another way we try to serve our communities to the best of our ability here at LA Communications. Thanks to our sponsor, Decorah Bank and Trust. Thanks to our guest, and most importantly, thank you for tuning in, for logging on, or for watching Our Town on 94.9 and 99.1 The River.